Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Of course, depending on where you are across the world. Shout out to the LeakU community, family, as we say. Got them everywhere. And I don't even know what to say with this one. I really, really don't even know what to say. Yella Beezy. Yella Beezy. Rap artist Yella Beezy. You know, a lot of people really, really looked forward to the possibility that Yella Beezy, there's going to be like this fresh face, all right, in the rap game representing the Dallas-Fort Worth area. All right, shout out to the DF Dub. Yella Beezy has been arrested and is currently in the Collin County Jail on a $1 million bond for sexual assault. Again, Nurse Armstrong, again. That's what I said. Yep, right here in DF Dub. Yep, McKinney, Texas, baby. The Collin, one of the worst counties, let me be honest with you, one of the worst counties that you would ever, as a black man, want to be hemmed up in, and that is Collin County. All right? Collin County represents, or is a district, okay, that represents the very rich parts of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, right? Plano. Shit. McKinney, all right? They have a pretty brand new spanking jail out there, too, out there off, 75 out there, heading north. And I don't know if you guys have ever had the opportunity to ever, do any research on Collin County, but let me tell you something. You step foot into that jail, you're going to start seeing all sorts of weird insects crawling up the walls and all sorts of stuff because from what I heard, the rumor is they built that county jail out there on a whole trash pile, okay? That's the rumor anyway. But there's always rumor, gossip, and innuendo. But this is no rumor, and this is no gossip, and this damn sure ain't no innuendo. Yella Beezy knew that this was a possibility. He knew. He had spoke on this pending sexual assault case. It's quite unfortunate, honestly. It's actually quite unfortunate to see this sort of downfall happening with Yella Beezy. It was last year, I believe. It was 2020 going into 2021 that I know I had spoke on. Yella Beezy had been arrested, right, on drug and gun charges. Then he was arrested again a few months later. And it sort of felt like police were targeting him in a way, to be honest with you. It just seems like every time you turn around, Yella Beezy's in the news involving some sort of arrest, and it gets to a certain point. It's like, it was the way they pulled him over, right? Especially in the Dallas case. And listen, I'd be remiss if I was to sit up here and admit to you that I still don't think that, right? Is this new sexual assault charge another way to sort of hem him up into the Texas penitentiary system to take him down? I don't know. Listen, I'm not here to challenge this woman's case or her report of sexual assault. I don't know the details, all right? So sometimes timing is everything, right? Well, I shouldn't say sometimes, all the time. Timing is everything. You can take that for what you will. But Yella Beezy is back in police custody. According to jail records, 30-year-old rapper Marquise DeAndre Conway was arrested yesterday in connection to a 2021 sexual assault charge. The Collin County Sheriff's Office apprehended Yella Beezy just a day after a judge issued a warrant for his arrest, citing that his bond was insufficient. So Yella Beezy is currently being held on a $1 million bond in the Collin County Jail. This is about 6 months after Yella Beezy was arrested on multiple felony charges, including a sexual assault as well as abandoning or endangering a child. He was also slapped with unlawful carrying of a weapon. Isn't that interesting? We're sitting here watching children be massacred in classrooms. Somehow, even after Texas Governor Greg Abbott passed 7 additional laws that would make it easier. Let's see, it's that whole felon thing, right? The whole felon in possession of, right? But hey, this has been rumor, okay? There's been a lot of talk in the, Dallas-Fort Worth community, as well as in, gossip in the music community that, shortly after his arrest last November, it had been reported that a woman had accused Yella Beezy of raping her during a date back in April of 2021. And he will have his day in front of a jury who will decide his fate eventually. You start seeing multiple arrests like this, different things, or the same thing kind of happening over and over, and you start saying, hey, maybe he's got some issues. Maybe there's not as much targeting as one would have thought at that time. I don't know. I just think it's very unfortunate. Could have really been a beacon for many children and for many people, you know what I'm saying? To figure out how to get out of poverty and to, level up their playing field a little bit. It's unfortunate. Now, the reason given for the warrant was, like I said, bond held insufficient. And what that means is that the judge decided that the rapper's previous bail was not enough. So the judge increased it. And they set that bond at $1 million. Following that arrest on a felony sexual assault, a felony abandoning and endangering a child, and a misdemeanor unlawful carrying of a weapon. Following that particular arrest, his bond was set during that time at $57,500. Several days after that arrest, back in November, new details emerged, in which this unnamed woman claimed that she was raped by the rapper during a date. And Yella Beezy decided that he would take to social media to defend himself, saying, quote, "Y'all just got to stop playing on my name. I was arrested on false allegations. I was arrested before I was even questioned, and I knew about anything was going on, but it's false allegations. Everybody that knows me knows I'm not pressed over sex or anything of that nature. I ain't no aggressive person. That don't even fit me at all. My character, me and that same thing doesn't even belong in the same sentence. It doesn't even sound right coming out of my mouth." He then went on to discredit the child endangerment charges, and he added that The child endangerment sure doesn't feel right coming out of my mouth because everybody knows I would never harm my kids or put them in any type of danger. I'd die for my kids. So the child endangerment doesn't have anything to do with anything sexual for the people who can't understand. It's something that happened when they came and arrested me, but I can't really speak on a lot of the stuff. It ain't got nothing to do with my baby mama. It ain't got nothing to do with none of that. All the false narratives. They came and arrested me, but I can't really speak on a lot of the stuff because my lawyers advised me not to. But I just had to speak out because people got stuff misconstrued. Please, if you are ever arrested by police and you have a lawyer, you say nothing. Because now you can see why these statements, they don't exactly help him, right? At least, the very least you can do if you're paying a lawyer is to run your statements through a lawyer and let him give you an A-OK, right? A thumbs up or a thumbs down. But hey, it's that need to talk, right? That need to talk. Things just are not looking too great. This is not looking good at all. And the fact that the judge increased the bond and said, no, that $50,000 isn't enough. We want you held on $1 million. Let's be honest here. $1 million bond in the state of Texas. It's pretty high, right? Obviously, right? It's one of those types of bonds where it's like, man, you may have enough money to get out, but you may not, right? Depending on your status. Don't know what his financial situation is. But they feel like there's something, okay, to have increased it. They would have had to have went to court and argued for that increase to the judge. Again, there's been several arrests. The last 2 years, it's been sort of escalating with Yella Beezy, not to even mention the fact, okay? Not to even mention the fact that the whole Mo 3 situation, right? Yella Beezy was shot at on 121 out in the Louisville, Texas area. Shout out to all my peeps down in Louisville. And was injured during that shooting, okay? And he survived that. And accusations were later made against Mo 3. And listen, Mo 3 didn't really do himself any justice by sort of playing with those accusations a little bit on social media. But Mo 3 was also murdered, and his killers, one of them actually just pled guilty to a federal gun charge, right? They will stand trial for the murder of Mo 3 on I-35 in Oak Cliff, out there on I-35 in Marsalis out there. Yella Beezy, Marquez Conway has never been charged in the murder of Mo 3. Details have emerged that the woman that claimed that this rapper, Yella Beezy, sexually assaulted her on their first date. She said that Yella Beezy invited her to his home where they began to play cards and converse before he got aggressive with her and began pulling up her dress before he allegedly raped her. Again, in response to these allegations, Yella Beezy claimed that the accusations were flat out false and claimed that he was arrested on false allegations. We will see. We will see. The mugshot is out. And again, he is being held in Collin County, and I can't tell you how, just that alone, if you're from the DFW area, right? When I say Collin County, you know what that means, right? Say it again, Nurse Armstrong. Say it again. Collin County and McKinney were named after Collin McKinney, a prominent slave owner and politicians in the 1800s. I hope he has a good attorney, and hopefully one that is familiar with the politics of Collin County. Not good. Not good. Shout out to everybody in the chat. What's up, Mr. Dennis Givens? How are you? Heaven sent. Gloria, Third Eye, how are you? Well, until next time.